Good evening, my dear friends. My last conversation with you was on the 29th of October. Regards to you from the Parish Fathers, Father Ralph, Sanjeev, Father Raja, Father Umar, and myself. Father Ralph is still recovering at clergy home, waiting to come back, and Father Raja has become a very integral part of our parish team. First of all, I wish to thank God for being with us throughout these 8 months, and now as we slowly come back to normal, God has been our support and our strength. As a parish, we paid our respects to our dead in a very somber manner on the 2nd of November when the feast mass was put online with guidelines for the prayer, and also there was a blessing of the graves that was done early in the morning on the 2nd. As a parish, I saw that the people were following all the norms of social distancing, wearing masks, and sanitizing themselves. Thank you very much for being our support and strength. On the 15th of November, we received instructions from the Cardinal to open the churches. Immediately, as a parish team, we sat down and drafted the instructions for the parish to open the churches. And at the appointed date and time, our parish church was open in the morning from 10 to 12 and in the evening from 4 to 7. A few instructions which I would like to read out to you regarding the opening of the churches that happened on the 16th of November. The gates of the premises are open normally at from 10 to 12 and 4 to 7. We still request our parishioners when they come to pray to sanitize themselves. The sanitizers are at both the gates. Social distancing norms to be followed in the church premises. In the church, we are allowing two persons to sit in a pew, and every alternate pew is being cordoned off. This is to follow government regulations. Wearing of masks is compulsory at all times. The holy water stools would be empty. We request our parishioners not to touch the statues or the photo frames in a church. As per government regulations and the Archbishop House norms, it is advisable that children below 10 years and adults above 60 refrain from attending large gatherings in the church. Regarding the Feast of Christ the King, the Feast of Christ the King will be celebrated online. The Mass will be premiered at 6 a.m. along with the adoration. The church will continue to remain open from 10 to 12 in the morning and from 4 to 7 in the evening. With regard to the novenas for the parish feast, the novenas for the parish feast will be online. The novenas begin on the 27th of November and the feast day is 6th of December. The link to the novenas will be given to our parishioners, and the novena mass celebration will be premiered online at 6 a.m. every day. These novenas will be in English as usual. We have involved guest preachers who will enlighten us every day on the themes that are chosen. The main theme for the novena is the recent encyclical, the document published by the Pope, which is Fratelli Tutti, which speaks about fraternity and social friendship. From Sunday the 29th of November, we will have masses celebrated in our church. Our church can accommodate around 250 people only, keeping in mind the restrictions of two persons on a pew. We are beginning slowly and cautiously so that we don't attract huge gatherings. My dear parishioners, we would recommend that you continue to take advantage of the Cardinal's online Mass that is streamed live every day. In addition to the live streaming of the Cardinal's Mass, we will have Masses celebrated in the church. The schedule is as follows. On weekdays, there will be two Masses at 7 a.m. and at 7 p.m. On Sunday, there will be three Masses 7 a.m., 9 a.m., and 5:30 p.m. All these masses on weekdays and on Sundays will be only in English. The church will be sanitized after every mass. Funeral masses will be celebrated in the church after the 29th of November, for which there is a limitation on the number of people that can be present. Not more than 20 persons should be present for the funeral mass, which will be celebrated in the church. With regard to nuptial masses will also be celebrated in the church after the 29th of November, with the numbers attending to be restricted to 50 persons only. 50 persons only. Communion distribution will take place after the Mass. The Adoration Chapel will be closed during this time. My dear friends, these are the guidelines that are valid up to 15th of December. That means from the 29th of November to the 15th of December, these guidelines are valid. During this time, the Cardinal will review the situation and issue fresh guidelines for the period to follow. We are happy to say that we will very soon begin the repairs to our parish premises. Parish compound needs to be repaired. The niches in the graveyard need to be repaired, and also the football ground needs a repair. So we have already sent our papers to the Archbishop House and awaiting their permission to start the work. We are very much interested in the football ground in particular. There are two options before us. One is cutting of the grass. The second one is leveling the ground. Very soon we are going to tender the leveling process. In case anyone is interested, you can contact either Father Omar or myself, and we will issue the tenders to you. You can fill in your quotations and we will start to work as soon as possible. My dear parishioners, just today afternoon, I received the news that the schools which were supposed to reopen on the 23rd of this month of November are now reopening only on the 31st of December. Why the sudden change, one may ask. All this has happened because there is a fear of a second wave of COVID that could affect us. The church, we as a team want to open the churches and have masses, but we are taking it slowly. We hope that very soon we will see all in church and hope to meet you very soon. Wishing you a big God bless. Thank you.